The dry harmattan wind blew through the small Igbo village of Amanko, carrying with it the scent of dust and dry leaves. The mornings were cold, and the evenings were blanketed with a haze that made the village seem like a place trapped in time. For Adaugo, a young maiden known for her beauty and wisdom, the harmattan season had always been her favorite. She loved the crackling sound of dry leaves under her feet, the smoky scent of burning wood from distant hearths, and the way the air made her skin tingle. But this harmattan was different. It carried whispers of change, an uneasy feeling that seemed to settle on the village like the thick dust. Adaugo's father, Enzomanuko, was one of the most respected elders in Amanko, known for his fairness and ability to settle disputes. As the only daughter of such a man, Adaugo was a prize jewel, sought after by many suitors. But her heart was as stubborn as the harmattan wind, refusing to be tamed by wealth or titles. Her laughter was soft like the evening breeze, but her spirit was fierce, and she desired something deeper than the arranged matches her father encouraged. Across the village, Chijioke, a humble palm wine tapper, wiped the sweat off his brow as he descended from a tall palm tree. His hands were rough, his muscles strong, and his eyes carried a deep sorrow. A stranger to the village only 3 years prior, Chijioke was a man shrouded in mystery. Rumors about his past soared like the harmattan winds. Some said he fled from a war in his ancestral land, others claimed he carried the curse of a jilted lover. Whatever the truth, Chijioke was a loner, focused only on his work and the quiet rhythm of his life. But fate had a way of intertwining lives. One afternoon, as Adaugo walked to the village stream, balancing an atom pot on her head, the wind blew harder, stirring the dust into a blinding whirlwind. Adaugo stumbled, and her pot fell, shattering into pieces. Before she could react, Chijioke appeared from the thicket, his face etched with concern. "Are you hurt?" he asked, his voice deep and calm. Adaugo blinked at the stranger, her heart racing, not from fear but from an unfamiliar feeling she couldn't name. "No. The wind caught me off guard," she replied, brushing the dust off her wrapper. Chijioke nodded and handed her a calabash he had been carrying. "Here, take this to fetch your water. I can carve another pot for you." Adaugo hesitated, studying him. There was something about his presence, something steady, almost comforting. She accepted the calabash with a small smile, unaware that this encounter would mark the beginning of an entanglement far beyond her understanding. The days that followed brought more encounters between Adaugo and Chijioke, each one deepening their connection. Their conversations were easy, filled with laughter and shared stories of childhood and dreams. Chijioke's wit and intelligence surprised Adaugo, and she found herself drawn to him in ways she had never imagined. But their growing bond did not go unnoticed. Enzomanuko had plans for his daughter. He had recently been approached by Obina, the wealthy son of a neighboring village chief, who was eager to make Adaugo his bride. Obina was everything Chijioke was not: wealthy, arrogant, and self-assured. He viewed Adaugo as a prize to be won, not a partner to be cherished. When Enzomanuko announced his intention to betroth Adaugo to Obina, her world crumbled. "I do not love him," she told her father one evening as the harmattan winds howled outside their compound. "Love is a fleeting thing, my daughter," Enzomanuko replied, his tone firm. "Obina will provide you with a life of comfort and security. That is what matters." But Adaugo's heart would not yield. As the days passed, she began to meet Chijioke in secret, their love blossoming like the stubborn harmattan flowers that defied the season's harshness. They spoke of escaping, of building a life together far away from the expectations and constraints of their village. Yet, unbeknownst to them, Obina had hired spies to watch Adaugo. One fateful evening, as the lovers met under the cover of an old silk cotton tree, their secret was discovered. Obina, enraged and humiliated, confronted Enzomanuko, accusing him of failing to control his daughter. "You will pay for this insult," Obina snarled, his eyes blazing. "If you do not end her disgraceful behavior, I will see to it that your family is ruined." The elder was torn between protecting his daughter and preserving his family's honor. But as he debated his next move, darker forces began to stir. Chijioke's past, long buried, began to resurface. Strange visitors arrived in Amanko, their faces unfamiliar, their intentions unclear. And the harmattan winds carried whispers of an ancient curse tied to the young palm wine tapper. To the villagers, Harmattan was a season of rest and waiting, but for Adaugo and Chijioke, it became a time of relentless trials. As they fought to keep their love alive, they uncovered secrets that would shake the foundation of their world. Chijioke revealed the truth about his past, a story of betrayal, forbidden love, and a deadly curse that followed him from his homeland. The curse, tied to the Harmattan wind, threatened to destroy not only Chijioke but anyone who dared to love him. Adaugo, faced with the weight of this revelation, refused to abandon him. "I would rather face the wrath of the wind than live a life without you," she told him, her voice trembling but resolute. But their love came at a price. As the village elders gathered to decide their fate, strange events began to plague Amanko. Crops withered, livestock vanished, and a chilling wind swept through the land, carrying with it the cries of the cursed. Fear and suspicion gripped the village, and all eyes turned to Chijioke and Adaugo. Would their love withstand the trials of the Harmattan wind? Or would the forces of tradition, jealousy, and the supernatural tear them apart? As the dust settled over Amanko, one thing was clear: the winds of love could be as fierce and unpredictable as the Harmattan itself.